Hello out there. I just want to see who's on. If you come in, say hi. So, you see the topic, how to know when you are being used for sex and it's not love. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. How are you doing, hon? So, I appreciate all of you for joining me. So, we're going to just do a little talking and because you guys know I do readings and consultations and love work and all that. And there's some things that a lot of you will probably need to know just to save yourself some time. And it doesn't apply to everyone, but some people, the majority, it does. So I just want to talk about it. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Hit the thumbs up, you guys. So, so getting right into it, how do you know you're being used for sex? Well, this is kind of like, sexology talk. This isn't going to be anything raunchy or bad or anything. We know how YouTube is, right? So, um, uh, I get a lot of ladies and I get a lot of guys too lately. I should just say everyone now. I get a lot of people who come to me and they are desperately trying to make a relationship work because they think that they are in love. Well, they might be in love, but the truth is that the other person on the other end is actually not in love with them. Okay. They're basically being used for the time and energy and whatever else that the person can get out of them. And one of the ways that you know for sure that you're getting used for sex and it's not love is if you, let's say, the other person doesn't really call you on a regular basis. Now, I know there's some cases where a person might be working all the time, and that's fine. It's okay if you don't hear from a person for a few days, or I wouldn't say a few days like weeks, but I'm talking about maybe 3 days sometimes. It's okay if you don't hear from that person. That doesn't mean that they don't like you, but what it does mean is that you're not a priority, you know, because if you were actually a priority, then that person would try to make an effort to either try to check in with you every day or maybe even like social media or something, hello or something. If the person was really that interested in you, they would make you a priority. So if you are having sex with this person, okay, and you've developed these feelings, now the other person, they're having sex with you but they're still acting the same way, they haven't changed, okay, they still don't call when you ask them to, even if you've talked to them about it, they're not thoughtful. The message that they're giving you, actions speak louder than words. I want you all to remember that, spiritual family. Action speaks louder than words. So when the person does not contact you within 2 or 3 days to just at least say hi, hello, or what are you doing, or just anything, you are not a high priority on that person's list, okay? And it just is what it is. And if you're having sex with that person, then that person basically is keeping you around for the sex. It's not about really you, it's not really about getting to know you or wanting to spend some time with you or anything. And that's what a lot of people don't get. Some people, they think, okay, we have sex, and I know there's love, I know there's a bond there, there's chemistry. A lot of times that's not bond, that's not a chemistry. What it really is that that person's energy, they want sex, they're in the moment, it excites them, it's all about them. Because whenever they walk away from the sex or intimacy, what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing what's going on, okay? When it's that way, it's not equal. You're actually losing a lot. You're becoming worried about that person. You're wondering what's off, you know, uh I can't put my finger on it, what's going on with them or whatever. A lot of times it's because it's just not there. That person is just not that into you like that. Just because you're having sex with a person doesn't mean that they love you. And a lot of people, are getting it mixed up because they feel that way. So they think the other person should feel that way, right? Right? Well, it doesn't work like that. You have no control over the way another person feels. A person's going to feel the way that they want to. You can try to control it, you can try to change it, whatever, but in the meantime, they're going to still feel that same way that they do. They're not into you, they're not into you. They're being true to themselves, and you can't be mad at someone who feels true to themselves about their feelings. And you can't be mad really when the person keeps coming to you for sex over and over again, and you're giving it to him. You're not getting anything back in return. He's not helping you out with bills. He's not contacting you when he should. He might go 3 or 4 days, a week without you hearing from him. That you're not a priority. He's just with you for sex, or she's just with you for sex, or whatever else she can get. So people need to know that, because a lot of people are a little confused, I say. So I'm going to say hello to the people in the chat. You guys make sure you hit the like. And Leo, the Indigo Mer Goddess, welcome. And Hecate, Triple Moon Goddess, hey, welcome, welcome. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about that and everything like that. And you guys, shameless plug, check out my new belly dancing scarf. You see that? I've been doing my belly dancing and stuff. So I'm just winding down a little bit and everything. But Spirit had put it on me to come on here and talk about it, but I had kept putting it off. And I said, so you know what? I said, I'm just going to do it right now, because I know some people that, they need to, they really need to know, because they're getting it mixed up. That's not love. That person is not in love with you. If that person was in love with you, they would not go that long without contacting you. If a person goes weeks, 2 weeks without contacting you like that, and, you know, unless you have that agreement with them or whatever, but if they go that long, then you're not a priority. And if you're having sex with them, it's all about the sex. It's not about love. So, and with a lot of that, people, we can become delusional, and things like that, because the sex is just so awesome. The sex is just so good. It's just like, oh my gosh, when we have it, it feels so good. It's that connection. And but I won't hear from them from like 2 or 3 weeks. It's because that person really doesn't feel that same way about you. It's just about the sex, and it's not, the person is not truly in love with you. If the person was truly in love with you, the person would want to be with you, or you would be together, or you wouldn't have a doubt. You shouldn't have a doubt about who you are trying to be with, really. you know. I mean, sometimes I know there's outside interferences that happen. And, that's why I do work too, because sometimes we get outside interference, like other people trying to come into our relationships and things like that. That's something totally different. But with this right here, I mean, that's how you know that a person is just basically wanting you for sex. And a person that will do that to you, a lot of times they have like sexual addictions, and it is what it is. And so, you need to recognize those things, and know what you're dealing with so that you don't get your heart broken out here, and you're not losing everything, or losing your mind, losing your finances, losing your money, all of that. Like, it's unnecessary, because you really need to see it for what it is. Yeah, I know that you want that person to feel that same way that you do, that, but it's really all about the sex. That's really what it is. So I see you guys in the chat. Make sure you hit the like and say hello. And I know my crew, if you guys are in here, pop up in the chat and everything. So yeah. And another way you can tell that a person, they just like you for sex and it's not about love, is that the person will never really be at anything that's really, really important to you or for you, and the person wouldn't have you be in an important part of their life, um like where they live. If you're seeing a person, if you're having sex with a person and they're coming over to your place all the time, and and you've never been to their place or anything like that, now, that's not love. That is just sex. It's all about the sex. And keep in mind, if you never ever went to a person's house before, you know, and you've never met their family before or anything like that. And another thing, if a person, if they're just contacting you or calling you during the night, when it's dark, can't nobody see, so they can creep out, you know, you're basically being used for sex. That's just it. People need to know that. And I know a lot of us older people, we know, and everything like that, but there's a lot of younger people who are coming up who they don't know yet. There's a lot of people, they just need a lot of guidance, and they kind of need someone to tell them the truth and tell them how it really is, out here. So, because when you're dealing with that, with sex being so intense and you're exchanging that physical energy between that person, especially being a female, or if you have a feminine nature, male or female, if you have a feminine nature, it's really, really easy for us to get really attached, to that person. And a lot of people, um, they put all of their whole everything into that person and they forget about themselves. And so, can you imagine a person doing that to a person who doesn't really love them at all? The person may lie to them, tell them all what they want to hear so they can get sex, right? So, can you imagine the person that is thinking that this person, may just be having problems and they're going to start treating them better one day? Well, that's possible, but that's a long time to wait. And that's a long time to, put your life on hold. if you have someone in your life like that and they're not there for you like that, you need to keep it rotating. You need to keep it moving. You need to have more than one egg in the basket. You need to have more than one ball in the court until you actually vibe with that person who really, really, is going to be able to take care of you and provide for you and love you, like you are supposed to be, and I'm talking from a feminine angle as well, if you're, into masculine, men or whatever, you need to make sure that you are that person is caring for you the way that you need to be, and actually makes you a priority, actually cares or not if you go to the doctor's office by yourself, actually cares or not, if your bills are paid, if you're with someone, you're sleeping with someone, and let's say you're a woman, you're young, you're and all that, or you're feminine, and you don't want to be having sex with people who's not going to at least provide for you in some way, or take care of you, or be there for you. Of course you do your part too and everything, but I'm saying you need to understand that you deserve what every other, woman who is in love and has a great relationship or married or whatnot. You deserve that too. Don't let anybody do that to you. Don't let them come in and use you for sex, especially, if you got bomb sex. You know what I mean? Like, and you love with all your being, you're like, you love with all of you, don't let somebody come in and just steal that light out of you like that. That's beautiful. That's something that's supposed to be exchanged with someone who's going to, give it right back to you and pleasure you. You pleasure that person, it's supposed to be equal that way. And like I said, if you're a feminine person or you need to be cared for and provided for. That's just the way it is, and if a man or a masculine person, a masculine woman, if they really, really care about you, they would already know. They would already start to do things for you. They will show you that they care about you, care something about you. They wouldn't do you like that. They wouldn't go weeks without calling you, you know. So, you know, that I want you to think about. And let me take a look in the chat here. Anthony Thompson. Hey Anthony, how you doing? Hey Bobby, how you doing, love? Good to see you. I'm so glad you jumped on. You jumped on. Yes. And Anthony says most of these women I encounter just out for money and no love or sex. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And there's a lot of people out there that are like that in general, but that goes to show, you have to know what you are looking for. And if you're a man, you are supposed to be providing for that woman. You're supposed to be a provider. If you're a masculine man, if you're going to ask a woman for her company and her time, well, yeah, you're supposed to take her out. I'm not saying treat her like a prostitute or whatever, but show her some support. Treat her nice. Treat her like you would treat your favorite video game you got. You take care of it, right? You put it on the shelf. You make sure no dust is on it. If you like a female, then yeah, you need to go ahead and do those nice things for her if you want her. If that's the way she is now, if she's just the type of person where she doesn't want that, then you need to try to find those type of women. And they're out there, the type of women that, they don't want uh, a man's money. They're independent. They can do it all their own type of women. That's the type of women you need to try to find, Anthony. But yeah, if you're gonna try to date a woman and everything, you do need to make sure you have some money. I remember there's this one guy one time he told me, he said, I would love to date you. He said, but I really don't have any money to take you out on a date, you know? So let me see what's going on in here. Bobby says, I'm doing good. Yes, I saw you were live and had to jump on and see how you were doing. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was doing my belly dancing, so I just took a little time off. I'm gonna get ready to wind down. So I'm selling this as well in my Amazon store, magical and beautiful things. So it's really, really beautiful. You could put it around your waist. I just put it on my neck so I can show my product for you guys. Yes. Hey Barbie, how you doing, hun? Yes, Barbie's in the house. Barbie's part of my crew too. Hey girl. Anthony says, I help the woman, but she don't satisfy me. Well, how do you want her to satisfy you? You have to be verbal. And then that goes back to what I was saying earlier. If someone's not satisfying you or giving you what you want, then you need to just be completely open and honest and move around, or see, date people until you find out who you really vibe with or who you really like. If someone's not satisfying you and they're not making you happy, then that's what I'm talking about with self love. You need to put yourself first, right? Put yourself first and don't even waste the time. Don't even try to make a relationship work. I mean, it's better off that way to stop it early before you get all into it and you're years down the road and then it comes out 6 years later that, hey, I'm really, really mad because you don't uh give me oral sex like I thought you was going to. You should have told her that like straight up in the beginning. And I'm not saying that it's you, Anthony, but I'm just giving an example. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving her an example. And so you need to keep it rotating and till you find someone who's going to satisfy you their way and and so that's why I'm here of delivering this message. I'm not here to judge anybody or anything like that because I sure can't judge nobody. We're talking about somebody that's been engaged, divorced, and then engaged again. Married, married, divorced, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So no, I mean, but I'm just saying this here, and just especially for those who are just not sure about what they're going to do. This message is for somebody because I just had to get it out. I just couldn't keep it in no more. I was going to make like a cute little video like I did the alchemy video, that other video I made. But Spirit is like, huh, huh. And whenever that happened, I know I got to let it out or else I'm going to be thinking about it the whole time. So, and I've got things to do. Hey, Barbie girl, I missed you too. I missed you too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like I said, I've been doing good though. I can't complain. I've been, blessed of meeting some great people here, on social media and stuff like that. And, girl, just staying away from that media. I've been really, really good. I feel real good. Yes. I hope you do too, Barbie. I'm gonna make uh another one of those videos. I might play it tonight or tomorrow, but I got the music already, and this the 432 hertz music, and it's some new music, and it's really really good. I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off because it had me going. I was about to fall asleep too. And you know what? When you sleep and you listen to that stuff, a lot of times I wake up refreshed when I listen to their music. And you guys on my channel, check it out. It might be a few videos back. I think it's a live video of the music I play, which is 432 hertz music. Is good for the healing and against anxiety against anxiety and anti-stress. Yeah. So yeah. And so if you go on there and listen to that for a good hour, you'll be feeling good and relaxed. And okay, and Anthony says, I will do bring the right woman spell. Okay. Or self-love spell. That sounds good, Anthony. And you guys, another thing too, you guys can always create your own spells. Um, for those of you who are really getting into it, for the beginners. And but a lot of us, who have been doing it a while, we've created our own spells and stuff that we do. So just to let you guys know that too, that are beginners and getting into it. And Curly Letty, hey Curly says, try to make her or him a friend first. Learn them. Right, right. Yeah, try to get to know them, learn them first. And I know that's hard because, when you connect with someone, you have that chemistry with them, it's like, oh my gosh, already, but it's like, yeah, you have to have self control, especially if you're looking for something more, you want something more. You just can't sleep with someone like that. If you, let's just say this, okay? If you really like someone, listen to me, girls, if you really like someone, well, that's great. If you really like someone in the beginning, don't sleep with them. Well, you guys, I gotta get that call. All right, I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna come back on here and I'm gonna do a part two. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye bye. Sorry.